Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome back to JK's Corner. So, over the last few weeks, we have been hearing some good marriage stories. I hope you are happy for me to continue reading them. If not, let me know and I will pause for a while and then we can do something else. In the meantime, let me read the next set of responses. This lady, she's called Mariam, has been married for 10 years. She met her husband in uni and he was a member of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. And three of the best attributes she saw in her husband: he is handsome, eloquent, and he supports her. What was the reason you agreed or decided to marry him? He was a love affair, seemed to be the only one amongst her suitors that made her feel special, and somebody her parents would say yes to, and he is also brilliant. Qualities they possess that frustrates you: he is stubborn, he doesn't like change, and he is a perfectionist. And how do you manage the shortcomings in your marriage? She looks at his kindness, his supportive nature, and ability to apologize when he has done something wrong. He's proud of her dreams, his abilities to do justice, and also lets go sometimes. She recognizes that there are some things that how she can get things from him. She actually used Momo button, but I don't know how to explain that in English, but my Nigerians will understand. How she can get him to do what she wants. That's it basically. And then the qualities they possess that she did not realize the value of in the early days, but has been a blessing to her union, to their union now, several years later. Ability he has to help her grow, the willingness that he has to learn from her, and the uniqueness of the way he handles his marriage, even though he's a man who has married two wives. She was worried that he will change once that happened, but so far he's able to handle being married to two women and maintaining peace and harmony in his home. So as Muslims, for the non-Muslims on here, Muslims actually Muslim men actually can marry more than one wife at one time. They can marry up to four wives if they have the capability of doing so. And this is something that a lot of women and men struggle with when that has happened in their life. But this sister is saying that Alhamdulillah, that she actually hasn't got that problem in her marriage. So I am happy for you, my sister. Thank you very much for sharing this. Because one thing I would say is I really value the fact that all you sisters and ladies have shared this with me, because these are things that you people don't necessarily speak out about on a day-to-day basis. They are kind of like private, but to be able to share with me and let me read it out on here, I really do thank you for the honor you've given me. The lady has been married for 24 years. They met through a relative, and the three of the best attributes her husband has is his faith, he is hardworking, and he is honest. And the reasons she agreed or decided to marry him was because of the attributes above and the help he gave her in raising her son from a previous marriage. And what is that quality they possess that frustrates you? Forgetfulness is what she wrote. How do you manage your shortcomings in your marriage? Pray for him and remind him, write stuff down where he can see it, have meetings to go over things that need to be done. And what is or are those qualities they possess that you did not realize the value of in the early days, but has been a blessing to your union? When he gets angry, he doesn't communicate until he has calmed down. How did you meet your spouse? Through a relative. Three of their best attributes: faith, hardworking, and honest. And the reason that she agreed to or decided to marry him was for the attributes above, and that he helped her raise her son from a previous marriage. Those qualities that they possess that frustrates her: forgetfulness. And how do you manage your shortcomings in your marriage? Pray for him, remind him, write stuff down where you can see it, have meetings to go over things that need to be done. And what is or are those qualities they possess that you did not realize the value of in the early days, or has been a blessing to your union several years later? When he gets angry, he doesn't communicate until he has calmed down. I'm taking away from that is the fact that, you know, not communicating until he has calmed down is actually a good thing, because you do not want to say something you'll regret while angry. Oh, so I think this person, I thought I didn't have any men, but I think this is a man by their name. But then, making assumption. Let's read through and see. They have been married for 6 years. They met their spouse on Facebook. Three of their spouse's best attributes: they're kind, they're a good nurturer, and they're hardworking. And what was the reason you agreed or decided to marry them? Yes, so he's a man. She's not in for the money because I had none at the time, and she is kind. And what are those qualities they possess that frustrates you? No financial control, doesn't take permission before she does lots of stuff. She gets easily frustrated. And how do you manage her shortcomings in your marriage? I accept her and correct what I can about her. And what is those qualities that she possessed that you did not realize the value of in the early days, but has been a blessing to your union several years later? She is hardworking. I just want to say thank you very much, man, for filling this survey in, because I really do would have loved to read more from men. I really do like that this man has kindly filled this in for me, because it'll be good to get perspectives from a man's angle. The woman has been married for 19 years. She met her husband through a friend. Three of her husband's best attributes: kindness, integrity, and patience. And the reason she agreed or decided to marry her husband is because of his patience and the qualities they possess that frustrates her. He is too quiet. And how do you manage the shortcomings in your marriage? Communication. What is that quality he possessed that you did not realize the value of in the early days, but has been a blessing to your union several years later? His resilience. And, I think that is amazing that he's resilient and definitely want to hold on to. Please do not forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you next time. Thank you.